I can't stress this enough, do what you love to do, wear your favorite clothes, do your favorite hobbies, read your favorite book, play your favorite video game, watch your favorite movie, um, eat your favorite food, go to your favorite restaurant. Whatever you love about life, do it at this time, because with this balanced, powerful energy, you're going to feel at your best when you're doing what you love to do, being who you love to be, and not letting anything or anyone that's outside of you influence or affect your energy at this time. So enjoy it. This is also, not only is this like full moon super powerful, it's also very balanced because the planets are well spread out throughout the entire zodiac, and every element is represented by at least one planet or major point during the time of the full moon. Hello everyone, and happy full moon in Capricorn. So today at 3:38 p.m., July 10th, 2025, the moon will be opposing the sun. The moon is at 18 degrees Capricorn and the sun will be at 18 degrees Cancer. This is a very powerful and significant full moon, especially with the wild aspects that we've had going on all spring and summer. 2025 has been a wild year in astrology. So what I'm gonna do in this video is cover the most important parts of this full moon and everything that you need to know. But get excited because we have a summer full of world-changing energies. To start off, let's talk about what tarot cards are represented by this full moon in astrology. So the moon is represented by the High Priestess in tarot. And the High Priestess represents your intuition, inner wisdom, and your spiritual, like mysterious side, like who you are really behind closed doors. It's what we let people see, the closest people to us see. That represents who you are inner-wise. So when we're talking about the sun, it's who you are, like who you externalize yourself to be and how everyone else sees you. The moon is who you are on the inside. The High Priestess card also represents your intuitive energy, how you reflect, and how you're balanced on the inside. It's also representing your conscious and your unconscious aspects of yourself, and also it represents the power of the divine feminine. Now, the moon is in Capricorn, so Capricorn is represented by the Devil card. While Capricorn is known for its strong work ethic and goal-oriented nature, the Devil card serves as a reminder to find balance and avoid becoming overly consumed by material pursuits or worldly concerns, meaning there's a lot of noise happening outside. There always is, right? There's a lot of stuff happening outside of us that we can't control. Just go through your social media feed and you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. Don't worry about any of that stuff. You can't control it, so it's not your problem. So even though it gets louder and louder the more you look away, the best thing we could do at this time during this full moon is to stay within, stay focused on our own goals, and stay on our path. And don't look too much into the future. Don't even too much into the past. Don't even go backwards or forward. Do your best to stay in today's moment, and don't forget to smell the roses. Now, this full moon is opposing the sun in Cancer. And the cool thing about this full moon, what gives it an extra little kick, besides the crazy aspects that are happening, is that the moon actually rules Cancer. So this full moon is going to have a little bit more juice to it than other full moons. Now, the sun is in Cancer. The sun is represented by the Sun card in tarot, obviously, and Cancer is represented by the Chariot. Now, both the sun and the Sun card represent how you externalize yourself, how everyone else sees you, and just how you express your happiness, your joy, and just your entire personality to the outside world. So this is more of like your external self, while the moon is more of your internal self. The Chariot card, which represents Cancer, symbolizes a major victory, and it also symbolizes willpower and the need to focus energy on a specific goal. It also represents the ability to master internal and external forces to move forward. It'll be super important during this full moon because the moon and the sun, the moon represents your internal side and the sun represents your external side. So the Chariot card and the sun being in Cancer, very significant. And again, as I said, there's a lot of noise on the outside. Use the Devil card to remind you that you can't control that devil that's all over social media, just telling you to pay attention to stuff that's way out of your control. And it has nothing to do with you. So just stay focused on your goal. And remember, with the Chariot card, it's all about focusing on yourself and your inner self and your outer self. And the Sun card is joy, your joy and your happiness, and you searching and striving towards moving forward so that you can reach your version of success and your abundance. So this full moon is very special because there's a lot of aspects happening, and really ever since Uranus entered Gemini, it really set the stage for a second half of 2025 that has like super awesome aspects with the major outer planets, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto, and then also the inner planets, the important inner planets as well, are having like super dope aspects. So what I'm going to do now is go through the list of aspects that are happening. These are all significant activation. So with trines, it's like you got superpowers activated, and with sextiles, you have the ability to use like your superpowers, but you have to really tap into them. But they're there for you. Where trines are kind of like effortless. Either way, you want to take advantage of these aspects, especially if you have anything in your birth chart that's forming any aspects to these specific formations. For example, right now the sun is at 18 degrees Cancer and the moon is at 18 degrees Capricorn. So if you have any of your major planets or points at 18 degrees that are in a earth sign or water sign or Capricorn or Cancer, then you are directly connected to this full moon, because the sun is at 18 degrees Cancer and the moon is at 18 degrees Capricorn. So anytime you have a trine, that means that the elements match. So if you have so right now the sun is at 18 degrees Cancer. So if you have your sun at 18 degrees Scorpio, which is a water sign, it's directly connected to the current sun in Cancer, if you know what I mean. And sextiles are 60 degrees. So the sun is at 18 degrees Cancer again. If you have your sun at 18 degrees Virgo, then your sun is forming a sextile with the current day sun. So that's always significant. So what you want to do is always see if you have anything matching or anything close to the degrees that form a sextile, which is 60-degree angle, or a trine, which is a 120-degree angle, and also it'll share the same element. So with me, anytime that a current planet or point forms an aspect with any of my planets or points in my birth chart, and they share the same element, I find it significant whether they're matching degrees or not. That's just me personally. So for example, if the sun in Cancer is at 18 degrees and then I have my sun at 1 degree Scorpio, or 5 degree Scorpio, or 25 degree Scorpio, I find that significant, because even though they're not matching the same degree, they're still connected because they share the same water element. For the major aspects that are happening at this time, which again, very outer planet heavy, but also the inner planets. The two most important inner planets to me are Mars and Venus. They are also forming like very important aspects during this full moon. Sun and Jupiter are pretty much conjunct in Cancer. There's a little bit of a separation in degrees, but they're both in Cancer and they're not too far away from each other. So we're gonna just go ahead and say that they're conjunct. So very significant there, because Jupiter wants to expand everything. So the sun represents like who you are on the outside, right? So Jupiter wants you to expand yourself and express yourself outwardly. And then you have the moon in Capricorn forming a trine with Mars. So Mars is in Virgo. So Mars represents energy. So you have a good flow of energy with Mars in Virgo, and then the moon in Capricorn. Again, they're sharing the same earth element, so very significant trine aspect there. And again, the moon represents your emotions and who you are on the inside. So this trine is really asking us to add some extra energy towards improving ourselves on the inside and also expressing our inner side outwardly. Uranus is conjunct Venus in Gemini, and then both Uranus and Venus are forming a sextile with Saturn and Neptune in Aries. So you have Uranus and Venus in Gemini conjunct, and then you have Neptune and Saturn conjunct in Aries, and they're forming a sextile with Uranus and Venus. So very significant. You also have Uranus and Venus forming an air trine with Pluto and Aquarius. Anytime you have Pluto, Uranus, and Neptune involved, this is like world-changing energies. And Pluto is also forming a sextile with Saturn and Neptune, very significant as well. And then you have Pluto in Aquarius opposing Mercury and Leo. This full moon is like explosive, and it's really setting the stage for not only the rest of 2025, but also just the world. We have been in world-changing energies for the past couple of years, but now we're starting to see the changes. Now, if your 2025 has gone anything like mine, then you probably went through some tower moments this year, and probably like one or two major, like super life-changing tower moments. But now you're starting to go, like, the wind's to your back at this point. So you went through the hard stuff, and now like the rest of 2025 feels like a walk in the park from here on out. This is also, not only is this like full moon super powerful, it's also very balanced because the planets are well spread out throughout the entire zodiac, and every element is represented by at least one planet or major point during the time of the full moon. So the most powerful elements at this time are going to be air and water, but fire and earth elements are also like firing on all cylinders as well. So it doesn't matter if you're like, if your birth chart's heavily influenced by the air element, fire element, earth element, or water element, you're feeling the juice during this full moon. So use that to your momentum. Use that to your momentum and use that energy and that balanced energy to really tap into yourself, do what you love to do, and be on your best behavior. Meaning, don't let anything on the outside that you can't control influence you in any way or affect you in any way. Just stay focused on yourself. I can't stress this enough, do what you love to do. Wear your favorite clothes, do your favorite hobbies, read your favorite book, play your favorite video game, watch your favorite movie, eat your favorite food, go to your favorite restaurant. Whatever you love about life, do it at this time, because with this balanced, powerful energy, you're going to feel at your best when you're doing what you love to do, being who you love to be, and not letting anything or anyone that's outside of you influence or affect your energy at this time. So enjoy it. And for those that are new, this is a new channel that I started. I've been doing astrology for a few years now, but I wanted to start a new channel because I've gone through a lot of changes in my life, and I want to be able to do astrology in the most professional, simple, but also awesome way so that people can easily follow what I'm talking about. And so my plan is to always do videos during the full moons and new moons, and then also at least 5 days out of the week talk about what's going on in astrology. So if you're interested in following a channel that talks about what's happening in astrology every day and how it can benefit you, then this is the channel for you. So this is Lit Astrology. My name is Angel. Enjoy this full moon, and again, do what you love to do and shut out all that outside noise, because right now the energies and the planets of the universe and the cosmos is on our side. So enjoy it and make the most of it, and may your sun and full moon be brilliant. Have a great day.